Now to discuss a platform that really needs no introduction, but that is also really based on experimentation. Kaye.
We're here to talk about the bastard stepchild of social media, Snapchat, which has such a horrible reputation that they even made us sit way over there on the other side of the stage.
I felt so lonely over there.
Yeah,
Right.
She's like, I'm in my Pinterest happy place. Put the Snapchat people over there. Snapchat, the good news for us is that it's not just for sending and receiving nude photos anymore. Look, don't worry, that's still the main utilization of the platform. My name is Kaye, and I'm a radio host, and I also host Talkin' Snap, which is the only and the best talk show exclusively airing on Snapchat. The question is, what could we all in here, radio people, TV people, the newspapers, which are still a thing, I found out, what can we use Snapchat for? There's two big things that we can use Snapchat for. Two big things. The first thing is broadcasting content. And this is something that gets broadcasters really excited. Whenever there's a new social media platform or an app, the first thing we all think is, this is great. Here's another way for me to get the thoughts and the ideas and the funny stories and the jokes and all the things I want to say out to my audience, who is really just sitting around craving more of me. At least that's how I think of Snapchat. But there's another great use for Snapchat and also Pinterest and Instagram and YouTube, and that is to curate and to create content. Because your audience also has thoughts and ideas and funny stories and jokes and things that they want to broadcast back to you. And we can use that, repurpose it, put it on our radio broadcasts, put it on our blogs and in our newspapers and on TV. So it's a fantastic way not just to broadcast our product, but to create our product as well. I had to go to Snapchat a couple of hours before my broadcast, ask similar questions, get the answers, produce them, and put them on the air. But it turned out to be a great tool because now I have little segmented bits of content that I can control. I know exactly what the people are going to say before they say it. I can formulate my response, and I'm able to weave them just like the phone into my radio show. And here's just a little segment of how I do that. So I want to do a little bit of investigative journalism. I want to do, some digging deep on my own. So I went to the one place where I know there are a lot of young female voters, and that is Snapchat. When you really want to find out what young women want, you go to Snapchat. That sounded a lot creepier. That sounded a lot creepier than I meant it to. But here's what I did. I went on my Snapchat account and I said, look, if you're a young female voter, let me know, A, are you voting for Hillary Clinton? And B, why or why not? I got some answers you're not gonna believe. They're gonna make you gasp.
I personally will not be voting for Hillary because it's just my preference to have a man in power.
That's a young teenage voter saying, my preference is to have a man in power. Listen to this one.
I don't think a woman should be president. I think it's a man's job, and it should always be a man's job. Women should not have that kind of power.
Wait till the Hillary camp sees this, man. I hope Hillary Clinton doesn't follow me on Snapchat because she's going to have a conniption fit.
Hey Mark, I'm voting for Bernie Sanders this election. Why should I be more inclined to vote for Hillary just because we're the same gender?
Here's another.
Just because having Hillary as president would make history doesn't mean she'd make a good president. She's under FBI investigation, she wants to raise taxes, and she's a liar.
All right. So currently, my Snapchat listeners are all feeling the burn at this point. And this just went on and on and on. I had hundreds of these. I spent the entire first hour just interacting with my Snapchat audience. And the best part is, because Snapchat is audio and video, I was able to capture the video, create this clip, put it on YouTube, tag Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump and everything else. And to date, I think I have about 5,000 or 6,000 views on that. I haven't earned in the thousands of dollars. I'm still at like $1.50, but slowly it's getting there. So Snapchat's a great way to use listener interaction on the radio and on TV as well. So a lot of people are using their Snapchat around 5 or 7 Eastern, but that doesn't mean that we should just be using it then. In fact, the opposite is true. If you post a snap between 5 to 7, you're going to hit a lot of people, but a lot of people's snaps are going to be on top of you. And basically, if you're not familiar with the way the Snapchat timeline works, you get pushed down. So if a lot of people are snapping at the same time, you're going to get pushed down a lot faster. Now, your snaps will last for 24 hours, so you want to consistently throughout the day keep snapping, because what that does is it pushes your entire story back to the top. What I've done is I've utilized kind of a 2-hour process where I start when I get to work about 6 a.m. I post a snap. I'll do it again consistently about 2 hours throughout the day. And if I have a long story, I'll break it up. And what I see is that my numbers increase dramatically. So if you're just posting once or twice a day on Snapchat, try increasing that to 6 or 7 times, and you're going to see your views and your opens increase. But just keep in mind, throughout the day, people are using Snapchat, so you should be as well. And probably the most fun thing that Snapchat has done recently is they've added video filters to Snapchat. Now, if you're not familiar with video filters, we have a very special high-profile guest in our presentation today to explain to you how to use Snapchat video filters. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, please, for Vice President of the Radio Division, Bill Hendrick. Did you guys know Bill was on Snapchat? He didn't either. So this is, Bill, you're on Snapchat. It's going to be great. Listen, here's Bill to introduce Snapchat video filters.
Hello, I'm Bill Hendrick, and I'm here to teach you about Snapchat's new video filters. First thing you do is touch your face on the screen to activate the mask. Then you select from one of the many creative filters, such as Licky Face Dog. Then there's Big Fat Nose Guy, Scary Face Bunny, and of course my favorite, Kylie Jenner Lips. And the most popular by far, Face Swap, where you can actually swap faces with someone else. You can use all these filters to make your Snapchats that much more disturbing.
Hey, can I have my face back now?
No.
I feel like we've known each other long enough where you don't come to the studio anymore when I ask you to. I feel like that's something. Anyway, so when you're using Snapchat, use everything you can to make your stories that much more interesting. Thank you. Back to Tracy.
Thank you.